What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black, and this is the Anything and Everything podcast, and we are back with our second movie review. We are reviewing the movie The Fifth Quarter, and this was recommended to us by our boy Zach. This was his movie week. He picked the movie, so now I'm gonna go ahead and hand it off to him and let him take the reins. Go ahead, Zach.
So, as Steve said, we are reviewing The Fifth Quarter. It is produced and directed by Rick Bieber. I don't know any of his other movies. I looked to see if I could recognize anything to like share with you if you know anything, but there was not a whole lot of movies produced by him. But anyways, the plot of the movie is about this family who tries to overcome a death in their family. Their youngest son dies in a car accident, and it's basically about a family trying to overcome it and a college team who basically tries to. His brother was on a college football team, and it's about the team rallying around him and dedicating the season to his brother. And I think it's a really good movie. So that's basically what the plot of the movie is, and I'm gonna hand it off to Matt and see what he has to say about what he thinks about the movie.
Okay. No, just come in a little, cause like, alright, perfect. No, you do. Alright, so what I liked about it is that I love true stories and inspiring movies, because it actually every movie that I've watched for inspiring or true stories, I usually touches my heart and I usually cry. So I like this movie because this reminded me of Remember the Titans, or this reminded me of 7 Pounds. So what I like about the cast is that, well, let's talk about the parents first, Marianne and Steven. When this happened with the car accident, when it happened, I felt very, very emotional of how the firefighters and I guess you could say the cops that were in the movie did not let them. I mean, I understand they were doing their job, but it's like, it's their son. They want to know what's going on, and they would not let him pass. Any parent, we all know, that watches this podcast, or any of us, we know that if any parent or brother or whoever it is, family member, we want to know what's happening very, very, very ASAP. Or, for me at least, I'm an impatient person. To be honest, I'd do the same thing as what Steven did. He kind of like pushed him out of the way and said, that's my son.
I snuck through the woods.
Yeah, snuck through the woods, whatever. Either way, he went through the barrier of the firefighters / cops, and he got the information. The movie, I feel that it was an excellent movie. I feel that it touched me a lot at the end, is because, just like what I was mentioning in 7 Pounds, I don't know if you guys seen 7 Pounds before that's watching this podcast, but one of the portions of his body that they take out is his heart. In this movie, it shows that, Luke, they gave his heart out because, of course, he died. And at the end of the movie, I'll let you guys watch it, but somebody that comes at the end, that touched me a lot, because one of the people that took his heart actually found the family at their house and wanted to know them. And of course, the dad, that's the part that's really emotional, is that the dad wanted to touch her heart because that was his heart, that it was their son's heart. And let me go back, sorry, I kind of skipped the part of the main card. When the brother died, when Luke died, John, the memorable thing was that they went like this for the fifth quarter, that the number 5 was, they wanted the memory of on the field and with, like the hometown or anybody that knew him. And it was very emotional throughout the whole movie. I love how they respected him, and how the team, you had to sport, they're at the championship game or whatever game it is at, but they respected that. So that's another thing. Kind of reminded me of Remember the Titans too, because if you guys, I don't know if you guys seen that movie that's watching this, but somebody got hurt there. He didn't die, but because he was on that team, they wanted, they did their heart out, and they wanted the memory of what he was going through or whatnot, and also also how it touched the town and the team. So they wanted to go out as best as they can to beat the other team, for his memory. So I feel that this movie should be recommended. It's a very inspiring movie, and it touches a lot of people's heart if you watch it, I think.
Steve?
Okay. I'm going to get a little controversial here.
Okay.
I've been holding this in. But
Let's see.
this movie, as we all know, is, well, you may not know, as he said, it's based on a true story. Like, this happened in real life. And obviously that's a horrible thing that a parent lost a young child at that, wasn't even 18. I think he was 15.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how old he was in real life, but in the movie, at least, he was 15.
Yeah.
And what's that man's name? John, the brother, used that as motivation for the football team. But here's the thing. I personally, and while I found that inspirational and very strong and very powerful, I personally did not like the movie. Not because of that, but because I just don't vibe with sad movies. I don't like it. I do not like them. Obviously, this movie is very emotional. It hits you in the heart. It hits you in in every type of feeling that you have. But like, there were multiple times me watching this movie, I wanted to cry, but I didn't. And I'm a very emotional person, right? But I just did not vibe with this movie because this movie is I just don't like sad movies. I don't. That's why I don't watch movies like Remember the Titans, because there's sad moments in that. I think there's a depth in that. And I'm just like, no, I don't. And the reason I don't like sad movies is because the world is already a very dark place, right? And for me, movies is a chance to escape. There's a chance to escape the real world, a chance to escape your problems, even though you shouldn't use that as like your main thing. Like, for me, it's just a few hours to get away, like anybody watching like a sporting event or anything, right? Like, even though the family was hurting during this movie, whenever John was playing football, they used those moments to, hey, let's, escape reality and just cheer on John and the team, right? So for me, I don't like sad movies. I stay away from them because movies, like I said, movies for me are as a chance to escape, and I don't want to be reminded, even though there are lessons to be learned, I don't want to be reminded of just how dark and honestly scary the world is. And so, let's see, character-wise, the mom, she was a very interesting character because she for the most part was like, besides John, was holding it down until she couldn't anymore. And the dad, he was the most emotional one. Like, there were a lot of times that man was crying. It was just letting it all out, where he wasn't there at home to comfort the mom, because he was working. He still got to provide for the family. He still got to provide for everybody else, But like, I remember the one scene where I think it was the wife's sister, and she was like, "Hey, y'all need to go to therapy." He's like, "Nah, I can't do that." He's like, I will not do that because I just don't have any generosity left. And the generosity that he does have, he uses it to, go watch his son's football games, whatever like that. So obviously for me, John was the best character in the movie. Obviously he's the main character. He's kind of leading it on, everything. And it was amazing to watch them use that inspiration of this brother and how he switched to the number 5 and they went on to win the championship. I don't know if they won the championship in real life. I didn't look that up, but
It never said in the movie.
no, they won the movie. They won 9-6. At least that's
Wasn't that like the ACC championship game?
yeah.
Not the
He
national.
said something at the end, like when it was.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't get to read it.
No, he's right. It was just the ACC, so I don't know if they won the
Yeah.
national championship, but they won that game. So, because they won it 9-6. So, but yeah, that's just my opinion. Like I said, I have to dislike it because, like I said, I don't like sad movies. Rewatchability, I'll never watch it again. So I'm just letting y'all know now. Don't ever ask me if you're gonna watch it. If you want to watch it, by all means, go watch it. But me personally, I'm not going to watch it.
You would recommend it.
But I would recommend it, yes. I would recommend that you at least watch it once just to understand,
Yeah.
and everything. And obviously at the end scene where the woman that had Luke's heart came and, his dad got to be close to his son's heart again, again, another touching scene. But
Yeah.
that's my thoughts on it.
Hold on. So my thoughts are.
This is your movie, so
I love the movie. It's a close second for best sports movie. Because it is a sports movie.
it is.
I would say it's a close second. My all-time favorite, that I think is like classic, the best sports movie ever is Miracle. That's my personal opinion. I really don't even think you have to be a hockey fan to love a hockey movie. But yeah. So I think this was a very sad movie. I remember the very first time that I watched it when I was, a little younger. I about cried every single time. But no parent, no family should have to go through losing a kid, especially a 15-year-old kid who had pretty much a future. He could have had a future in football. He could have had an NFL career. So who knows? And he seemed like a great kid too. From what we've seen, little scenes that we saw him, he seemed like a great guy, great kid. Very well mannered.
Which, before I reach thing on though, did we ever find out about the other fate of those other kids that was in the car?
No. I think they survived
Yeah.
because they at least one of
I
them.
know
like,
one of them because when the mom
mom
first pulled
approached.
up, yeah,
Right.
she was talking to that one kid.
Okay, because I was pretty sure I was like, I don't know, like what happened to the other kid? Like what happened to the driver? Like
Yeah.
the heck? Like what happened? Like
They never said.
Okay, I just making sure I wasn't crazy.
But
It was pretty cool though. Sorry,
Yeah.
that when they were all at the hospital and pretty much everyone from the school showed up.
Yeah.
I was like, that he touched everybody like that, bro. Either he touched everybody and he was just that influential, or everyone just, I don't know. Yeah, maybe he was just that influential. I don't know. Like, but I don't even know if that happened in real life. If it did happen, that's wow. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. The whole storytelling was. I thought the actors who portrayed the characters played it very well. I like how it was a little, about God and faith, and just keeping your faith in God. I remember at one point where John, he got upset with his friends, talking about like, if God is so good, why does he let bad things happen to good people? And nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Sometimes you just have to go through the tough times in order to actually truly see what's going on.
Nobody knows why God does what he does, but he has a purpose.
God
and a
has his
reason.
way.
I want to add on to the way he just said, because there was another scene in the movie. I don't know. I think he was talking to another one of the coaches. John was, and he said, people live, are born, and then people die. And he said that's how it's been the entire time of human existence. And he's like, and we still don't know how to deal with it.
And he's right. He's right.
He's absolutely right. Whether a person lived a full life, you know, or tragedy struck, like when that person's gone, you know, it's just like all the emotions flood. I mean, obviously, like, man, I'll never, you know,
Good to see
see them again, you know. And so, I mean, he's right. I was like, wow, that's facts right there. So
Yeah. It's just, you know, it's heartbreaking. It really is. And I like, you know, how they got to, you know, he got to hear and feel the heartbeat of his son in someone else's body. I liked how the little girl went up to the mom and says, "Are you the mommy of our angel?" Which I thought was very, very sweet. But yeah, overall, I think it was a great movie. I think it's something I would watch again. I definitely would recommend it to anyone, whether you want to watch it with yourself or with family or friends or whatever you want to do. I think it's a great movie to watch. I think you should. Again, the movie's fifth quarter, and hand it off to Noah.
All right, so I liked the movie. Like everyone said, very emotional. There was one part where I disliked when they're showing the football games, it kind of looks like highlights of the actual game.
Oh, yeah.
And because it's not like a traditional football movie where they're actually like up close showing the action and all that. It actually looked like a highlight of the actual game.
that really bothered you?
Yeah, because like I want to know what's like really going on, you know? It's like, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
I mean, because we know the actors ain't out there playing a full on game. You know, can't risk anybody getting hurt. So I mean, obviously in certain scenes, sure you need the actors there, but if they're gonna show the highlights from the real game, me personally, I don't mind that. But hey, like you said, everybody's different, so.
But yeah, very emotional. I would recommend this movie. John was my favorite character, to be honest. He kind of like brought what made the movie good, I would say.
Yeah.
And I also like the dad because of how worried he was. It shows how you should be worried towards, you know, if someone dies, something happens in your family, you know. And I almost cried during this movie a couple of times, especially when what was that part at the end where, you know, she's
When the lady comes.
where he's like leaning into his chest, listening to the heartbeat, feeling it, and then the mom comes walking out almost in tears. I almost cried.
I gotta say, there were a couple of times where I thought that man was gonna survive because he kept zooming in on his face. Now, I didn't know this was based on a true story until the end of the movie, but they kept zooming in on that man, especially in that scene, I think, where they were going in the elevator and he was getting ready to donate his heart or whatever. And I thought, oh, that man's about to wake up. Because again, I didn't know this movie was based on a real story because I didn't know that to the end. But I thought, oh, is he about to wake up? Like, is there really going to be fire? Like, at the last second, boom, he's going to wake up. But obviously, he did not. You know. But another thing I did like is how close the family seemed. Like, they had, like, you know, we don't get too many of those moments in real life, let alone in the movie. So that was nice to see.
That's pretty much it for me.
Yeah.
Let's see, let me go over the list again. Was that pretty much everything? Yeah, I think everyone, we hit on this. We talked about the movie, the story, the characters, likes and dislikes. Okay, rating.
I'll start with me. But just back to your point. So I like, it's a good twist, like you were talking about how the father was the one who was being like very emotional. Not saying the mom
Mhm.
wasn't, but
She did have that one outburst at the neighbor
Yeah.
where the neighbor, like, I felt bad
Yeah.
for the lady,
I know, I
neighbor
was
too.
like,
She's
man,
like she
she's going through
came,
it.
she came, and I think she understood.
Yeah.
She came and she checked on him.
Yeah.
She's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she just snapped on her. And I was like, "Why you ask me that stupid question like that?" And all this stuff. And then she just had this look on her face, and her son was out there playing with the dog.
He was
So
just like,
I thought he was gonna be like, "I'm sorry, you know we going through it," but he didn't say anything, you know. So my bad. Go
no,
ahead.
you did. But yeah, like I said, like it's a really good twist because I don't know if you guys seen on that's watching us, but you've seen We Are Marshall. It's actually the dad that's in there that is really like very emotional, just like this movie compared to the mom. I mean, from what it shows. So it's a really good twist of how like it hurts certain people a different way, how life is. Because normally a lot of people think like, oh, just because, you know, like it's a son, of course it's going to be the mom because, you know, usually a son is usually closer to a mom. But like I said, it's more into life. So that's why I like it. But yeah, back to the rating, sorry. The rating, I'd give it 8 out of 10.
We all know my thoughts on the movie. I don't need to repeat. I will go. I'll go 6 out of 10.
that's not bad.
I give it a 7.5, 8.
For your second sports movie of all time, you gave it a 7.5, 8 out of 10. Bro. I wonder what the rating will be for Miracle. That'll be interesting. Noah?
I give this an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay. So I think that's pretty much it. Noah, your movie choice pick is next week.
Yes.
So let the people know what can they expect.
So, I think I have made a decision.
Okay.
It was between what Zach actually said earlier, Miracle, and it was like, or The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. And since we already did a sports movie, I decided that we'll do Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
It is another sad movie.
Man.
I'm sorry, Steve.
Oh my.
I'm
He
sorry.
needs to be emotional and be
No.
like me. I
But
love the kind
it's
of
really good. Trust me.
I've seen it.
I
It's
promise you, it's really good. It's touching, loving.
We'll see, man. We'll see. All right. So the boy with the striped pajamas. That's the movie we're watching next. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it for the video. We will be back on.
Sunday.
We'll record it Sunday, but we'll be back around. I think was it Tuesday? Yeah. For we're posting. I know this man's looking forward to it.
Can't wait.
Yes.
Topic video. Customer service.
service.
Oh man, this man's been waiting for this day. So until next time, I'm Stevie the Black.
Nobo.
I'm Zach.
I'm Matt. Yukigumi32.
And this is the Anything and Everything podcast.
Like,
Yes.
comment,
Like.
subscribe.
Yes. Thank you.
So I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos.
Thanks for the
Our
support.
Thank you.
our latest video was up to 50 views,
Mhm.
and I thank you guys for trying to make this full time. We're
Yeah.
trying to get up there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
14
sir.
subscribers.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate it.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Keep them
Yep.
coming.
Spread
And
the word.
we did appreciate the comments in one of the videos too
Yeah.
from your friend. So keep the comments coming. We appreciate it. Yeah, we know things kind of look shiny right now, but we just starting off. We gonna get better as time goes on. And
We'll have the right equipment, hopefully.
yes, sir. So until next time, we will catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace.